I'm Saints reporter Lucas Banks here with head coach Aaron Milam. Coach, great win for you guys today. Hit a couple of home runs your first of the season. What have you been seeing from your hitters and their approach this early on?
I like the approach this early because usually it takes 2 weeks, week and a half, 2 weeks to get going with the wood bats. We came out of the gate going. I mean, you saw Saturday, you saw tonight. We only scored in 2 innings. 4 and 4, but there was a lot of hard hit balls otherwise. Going into I think it was the 8th inning there, we had that guy on first base and the hard hit ball up the middle. That kid snagged it and made a good play. It changed the complexion of the inning there. Other than that, usually it takes teams about a week and a half, 2 to gel. So I'm excited to see where this team is in 2 weeks.
Yeah, definitely. And your pitchers had 10 strikeouts today. They were throwing a lot of strikes. How important is it for these guys this early on to be throwing strikes and getting batters out as opposed to walking a bunch of guys and loading the bases?
Yeah, well, free passes is the way that you lose baseball games, right? And so you want to eliminate that. What we had happen tonight here, obviously, is we had a lot of guys go tonight that either the seasons got canceled because of the division or the league that they play in. So you had 3 guys, maybe even 4 guys go tonight that haven't played in 15 months. So the way that they came out, first inning back, I'm big on that. I'm happy about that. That shows us some resolve there. 15 months off, I wouldn't be able to do that. So
right.
I'm proud of them.
Yeah, definitely good to get these guys throwing after a long time. And so you're playing the same team tomorrow night. Any difference in approach or your game plan for that based on how they played today? Anything like that?
Maybe not so much as play, but we're probably going to turn over some of the lineup. That they play on a turf field. It's hot, right? We play a 4 o'clock game, so it'll be in their face. We're going to do this the whole week, where we turn over the lineup in the middle of the game. We got to go out to Palm Springs this weekend. It's going to be hot out there too. Understandably, it's their first week here. We're not trying to burn anybody out in the first week, and we also want to see what we have. We'll mix and match a little bit tomorrow. I'm not necessarily worried about the game or the opponent. I don't care who we're playing, and I think the players should feel the same way. We're just going to go out and play our game and figure out what we got still, because we're only 2 games in.
Right, yeah. So you got a bunch of guys who have similar names or like 2 first names. You got Tommy who goes to Creighton, you got Creighton who goes to Wichita. Is that confusing for a coach at all, having a bunch of guys with the same names or mixing any of that up, especially early on?
Well, it's not confusing for me because I recruited them, but it's been confusing for our coaching staff, and it was definitely confusing at the camp, figuring out who's who checking in.
Right.
We probably shouldn't have the guy from Creighton going at the same time the guy named Creighton is going, but hey, it'll be second nature here in a week, so it's an interesting question, but for me, I recruited him. I understood who was coming. I knew who was coming. You follow them all year. You get most of these guys in October, and so you're looking at it throughout the year, and I already know what they do and where they're at, but maybe for the assistants.
Yeah, for sure. All right, that's all I got for you. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you. All righty.